Brian, what is this girl doing behind the curtain here with me? What? Just kidding, Alan.
Yeah.
All cell phones off.
Did you see the new Midnight Show with Vic Terno?
Hell yeah, it's a great show. It's on at midnight on Fridays.
Have you seen the new
He's the man you want to
Midnight
know.
Show with Vic Terno?
He's giving all the love from God above.
Yeah, that's Vic Terno. The new Midnight Show with Vic Terno.
And I see it. It's great. It's funny. They got beautiful women, sexy women. I watch it all the time.
This is Christina Lime from the Midnight Show with Vic Terno. We're here with Joe Corsi from CBS FM, and I gotta ask you a question. Do you watch the Midnight Show with Vic Terno?
Every Friday night at midnight. That's the only time it's on, right?
Midnight, right? Yeah.
I'm there.
Midnight.
I'm there. I love the show, and I love Vic. He's my favorite guy in the whole world.
How could you not love Vic?
Hey,
He's awesome.
forget about
He's
it.
the best host.
Tonight from New York, it's the Midnight Show with Mr. Vic Terno. Tonight guests, Rita Gigante, James Young, Michael Batari, Valenzi, Uncle Pete, Ephraim Hanna. Let's welcome the godfather of all late night talk shows, Mr. Vic Terno.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Midnight Show announcer, Mr. Jimmy DeSola. Can we have a round of applause for Jimmy, please? Thank you for all being here tonight. I want to say thank you. We have a great show lined up for you. Everyone, just be seated. Thank you so much for the stand-up applause. You're too kind. We have a really special show tonight. We have a featured special guest, a lovely lady. And we also have some surprises. We have a magician. And we also have a very well-known circuit singer who specializes in the one and only Mr. Sinatra, the chairman of the board. So what do you think? Do we have a good show tonight? All right. You know, I usually start off with a little bit of a monologue. Leo, ladies and gentlemen, this is Uncle Leo, my Uncle Leo. A round of applause for Uncle Leo. The only problem I have with my Uncle Leo is sometimes he gets a little bit too with the women. What do you stop staring at Christina's legs, please?
Nice shoes, and the fathers of the audience. He's right.
You know the father's, and let me tell you, the father, listen, he's Sicilian, the father, so watch out, all right? All right, anyway, but we usually start off with a joke monologue, but we're going to pass that tonight, and I'm going to explain to you why. There's so many things going on right now around the country. We just had a terrible thing happen in Boston. We all know about that. We've had these two radical, from what I understand, jihadists or whatever they might be, two brothers, and they caused quite a bit of carnage. A lot of people lost limbs and so forth, and children were killed. So let's just take a moment and have a moment of silence and prayer for them. Okay, guys, thank you. Let's move on with the show. I want to thank all the armed services out there protecting us. I want to the services, the NYPD, as I always start my show. I want to thank the NYPD. You name it, the armed services, as I said. all these people that are out there protecting us every day, the first responders, like they did in Boston, like they did in 9/11, these are people that we have to cherish and respect because they put themselves on the line at all times. With all that said, we do have to go on with our lives. We have to be aware, but we have to remember this. We need to stay who we are. We need to be happy. We need to spread love and set the example, because in the world that we have today, that's more valuable than gold, silver, or money, and we know who said that. So remember that. Everyone just be yourselves, be happy, spread the love, and we'll survive, and hopefully we'll try to change the world no matter what the small majority of evil tries to pull. God bless us all. Let's get on with the Midnight Show. All right, let's get that song going. Brian, let's get the Midnight Show up there. Okay, so Christina Lime, my co-hostess, how are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
You doing good? We got a great show lined up here tonight. And tell me a little about where you've been, what's been happening. Christina hasn't been with us for the last two shows because of some bad times, because of the storm we had, the hurricane, and she was living in an area along the water over in Rockaway, Bell Harbor. Is that where it is?
Yes.
And her home got destroyed. So we haven't really touched base the last two shows. But now that things are becoming a little normal again, tell me how's it going and what have you been up to? What's going on?
I'm happy to be back in Rockaway. I'm not back in my home yet, but I'm a few blocks up, so it's close enough.
Good.
I'm graduating, actually.
Oh, she just became a teacher. That's a nice thing, right? Is that good? I'm proud of her. And Christina also was pursuing a modeling career, which I'm helping her with, and we're going to be doing that very shortly. Right, Chris? We're going to get involved?
I'm promoting my uncle's vodka called Paparazzi Vodka. We're
Right.
actually on the shelves in Long Island, and we're going to be doing a lot of promotions in the Hamptons this summer.
Beautiful.
Try to get the word out.
Beautiful. So you have a full boat. You got a whole bunch of things going on at one time. Okay, great. I do want to also say, Christina, that we have really a great lineup, as I had mentioned before. And the first guest that we're gonna move on with the show because we got so many people and so many things happening. But why don't we bring out our first guest? He's a circuit singer. He's well known around the circuit through the Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, and he specializes in the chairman of the board, Frank Sinatra. So what we'd like to do is first to have him come out and sing a song, because I love the guy the way he sings. He's such a personable person, and I think that we're going to all love him. All right? So ladies and gentlemen, could we have a round of applause for Mr. James Young? How about it? Mr. James Young. Mr. Young is going to start off with a Frank Sinatra song. It's a very famous song that Frank has done over and over again and that we all love, The Summer Wind. So if we can get the control room to get that all set up, we're going to have him to start that song as soon as we're ready. Brian? Okay. Momentarily, here we go.
Summer wind, ladies and gentlemen. Summer wind came blowing from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind. Like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it call to you. I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter winds, they have come and gone. But still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. The summer wind, warm summer wind, summer wind. Frank Sinatra, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you very much. Beautiful crowd.
Thank you, James. Thank you. What a beautiful
Thank you.
song. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that James will be back in the show a little bit later. What's this about?
What are you doing, Joe?
I thought I was supposed to come here for a meeting. Now I have.
What are you talking about?
I got a call this afternoon around 3 o'clock that said to be here for tonight's meeting. Now we have entertainment at the meetings. What's going on
I
here?
don't know what you're talking about, Joe. Get outside before I put you in the trunk.
Yeah, you're a tough guy.
Get outside.
Yeah.
Go.
What else you can do?
Jimmy. Jimmy. What in God's name was that about?
Joey's always getting involved.
But Joey, he says it was a mob meeting here tonight.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I mean, you don't know what to expect next on the Midnight Show. The Midnight Show is a very interesting place. But, you know, we have these guys that come in and out of my show. One of them is Mr. Joe Barry. Can we have a round of applause for Mr. Joe Barry? Christina, what are we going to do with this Joe Barry? I mean, Joe Barry, he comes into my show time to time. He feels like he can take the show over. I mean, Joe, come on, give us a break, will you please?
He's a star. He can do whatever he wants. He worked long.
I mean, just because you act with Brad Pitt doesn't mean you're going to take the Midnight Show over, buddy. All right?
You got a break when you met me.
Whoa! Whoa! Do me a favor, Jimmy. Go take care. Get the trunk ready. Open the trunk.
Joe, be good, Joe.
Call Joe and let him get
You
the
want
trunk.
me to let
trunk
Joe
open.
Leo take you out of here? Be good, Joe.
Okay. So listen. All right. Let's move right along, ladies and gentlemen. Now that we had that little bit of humor, let me go on to our next guest. This particular guest is our featured guest. This individual, this lady, has a very big history behind herself and her father. One, together they have a history behind them, and individually. Her father has a big history behind him, as we'll find out. We all know him by name. And as well as herself. She's got a little bit of a repertoire about her own life and about some of the things that she's gone through. And I'd like to introduce her to you, and we'll find so many things out about her. And she's going to have a special announcement as well, Christina. She'll have a special announcement that she's going to make on our Midnight Show tonight, and I think that's a fascinating thing. So, and I'm very honored that she's here with us tonight, and she's going to do that. So, I want our audience at home, all right, around the world, to pay close attention to this particular guest because she's very interesting and she has a lot to say and a lot to, for us to find out about. And also my studio audience, you have a big treat by being here tonight and listening to what she has to say. So without further ado, let me take this time to introduce to you, I'm a poet and I don't know it, to introduce to you Miss Rita Gigante. Can we have a round of applause for her? Okay, Rita, let me say welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you
Ms.
so
Rita
much for having
Gigante.
me.
And along with her, I would like to also introduce her producer for an upcoming thing that's coming up. We'll find out more about it later. He's also an actor and a performer. Mr. Michael Batari. Can we have a round of applause? My good friend, Michael Batari. My brother. All right? Even though I hate you because you got a suntan. Anyway, moving right along. I'm really excited, and I'll tell you why. I have a special book here that Rita has written, and ladies and gentlemen, it's called The Godfather's Daughter. Could we get a shout of that, please? An up close one, Tommy? Am I holding that properly? Is that good enough for it to be seen? How's that? Is that in there? Brian, is that okay? All right, do I have it on there?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, how's that?
Good. That's good.
All right, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, Rita, Rita, is this your first book?
Yes.
Okay. The Godfather's Daughter, an unlikely story of love, healing, which we'll get into Rita's ability and gift of healing, and redemption. Okay? As we all know, if I may, Rita,
Sure.
your dad, who was very well known, many people know him as Thechingigante, but I'm sure Rita knows him as Dad. And he was purportedly the head of the Genovese crime family, which I would say, as far as I know from the newspapers and whatever else I had, that was one of the largest crime families of the 5 families in New York, and maybe likely today, maybe the biggest one right now, if such a thing really exists. But I'll leave that to everyone's discretion. My job here and my love is just to hear Rita's story and to talk about her book and to find out about the love, the healing, redemption, and we'll touch on Dad as well. So Rita, with that said, let's start off with you. And how did you come about to write The Godfather's Daughter?
Well, it's interesting because I was in my room one night.
Now, how old were you when you were in your room one night?
I was in my 20s.
Okay, all right.
And what I do for a living, I'm a psychic and a healer. So I was meditating in my room, and I had this vision, and the vision was spirit, and they came to me and they said I would be writing a book, and I had no idea what it was about. They just said to start writing about my life.
Now, Rita, I just want to interrupt you and tell you this. I personally believe in you because I've had those conversations with my meditation with the man up above, who I know is very, very in tune with me. In other words, you know, he's proved to me many times that he's listening to me.
Absolutely.
So I know what that feels like to have that communication with one voice from within yourself. I truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
So, my pleasure. So, yeah, tell us more. So, you had this thing, and it came to you, the voice.
Right.
And continue. Tell us.
Yeah, so I listened, and then I started to journal my story. And once I started to do that, I realized what was happening. I realized that my life, intertwined with my dad's and my journey growing up in that family, was going to be the catalyst to help heal the people, the collective consciousness, we'll call it, on the earth.
What age did you realize that you had these feelings, or you had this?
In my mid-20s, I knew I had the abilities, but they got cultivated over time. I had several sightings, we'll call them, of Jesus, of Mary, of the angels. And as time went on, I was able to cultivate the abilities more and more. The more I cleaned out myself and the history of my family, the easier it became to become the healer and psychic I am today.
Isn't it funny the way God operates, and those who believe in God, of course I do as well, I'm sure you do too, where he turns up in the most unusual places.
Unbelievable.
Sometimes in the worst places.
And the worst is right.
Surface. And whoever he wanted to surface.
That's it.
You know? And I think that's fascinating. And let me ask you this. What was it like to grow up with a dad so infamous as your father? Was there a fear factor there? Was there something that bypassed the fear factor of his persona in life on the outside as compared to being your dad? Or was it a respect and fear intertwined with his persona of the outside and his dadship. Can you
It was
can you give the audience a little feel on that?
Yeah, it was definitely a combination of the two. There was definitely.
But you know he was somebody out there.
I knew he was somebody. I didn't know who he was until I was 16.
Oh, okay.
And a family friend was who ended up telling me. There's a lot of rumors in school going on about my family, and as you read in the book, one of the girls who was telling the rumors on and on, it was going on for a long time. I finally had enough of her.
Did you get the feeling of, Rita, of throwing the weight around once you knew who he was, or embarrassment, or a combination? What was your conflicts? What did you feel?
I felt relieved. I felt relieved because I, for so many years, I had no idea what was happening. There was all these secrets. There was all these whispers. There was all these papers being passed back and forth. There was, I mean, I used to watch him and the men that he was with, you know, operate this way.
Did you ever see him in the newspapers?
Sure, but, you know, not till I got older.
How about between you and your mom? Like, how did she handle that with you? Did you have a
We were very, very sheltered.
Sheltered.
Very sheltered. So until after I found out when I was 16, I didn't see any newspapers or anything like that.
Are you the only child?
No, there's 4 others.
Oh, tell us about your brother.
Yeah, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, older.
Older, younger?
Older. The oldest is 15 years older than me, and the one right above me is 10 years older. So.
And a sister?
2 sisters back to back. They were 15 months apart.
But after you or before you?
No, everybody's before me.
So you're
I'm the baby. Yeah.
Like me, I'm a baby too.
Yeah.
I was the baby in my family. What sign are you?
Aquarius.
Oh, Aquarius, okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, so let's move along now. So, all right, so you started to get a feeling around 16.
Yeah, no, I knew.
You knew.
I knew who he was at 16.
You knew you was it. And how did you deal with that?
Like I said before, I felt very relieved that I found out exactly what he did because there were so many questions and no answers. And so when I did find out, it was like pieces of a puzzle snapping into place for me. All the questions I had in my head about it finally came to the surface. So there was a part of me that was relieved. The other part of me was scared, very scared, because I didn't know what it meant. And then I realized, you know, the FBI could come in and hurt my father at any moment. So there was definitely fear around that. And combination of all kinds of emotions once that happened.
Mm-hmm. How did your brothers and sisters and your mother deal with the situation? I mean, your mother must have had a load of weight on her back to deal with.
My mother was...
she must have been an angel in her own.
She was. She really was. But because I had such sensitive energy, I would a lot of times pick up my mother's stuff, and I would carry her stuff with me, almost to take the burden off of her. But it was affecting me on a physical level.
Did you ever not antagonize your father? But did you ever, being I'm Italian, Sicilian origin,
Yeah.
I know how an Italian family operates, because my father was as big as life to me, and he was a big shot in his own right. And that's a whole nother story another time, but I know I always had that respect and fear of my father.
Absolutely.
Did you have the same conflict as I had?
Absolutely.
And like, did you, and I was the only one that would challenge my father and my family. My sisters and brother were too scared to deal with my father, but I did. Did you, you seem like you might be the one to like, you know, go, not fight with him, but stand up to him to some degree.
Yeah, and he respected that.
They do respect that, and they love you for that.
Absolutely.
And I could sense that about you, because I had that feeling too, and that thing with my father. And they love you more for that.
Absolutely.
Because nobody else will mess with them.
And you could do it in a way that's respectful.
Right.
Right.
Right, that's right. Like an example, if my father, and my father was a great man and a beautiful man, I'm not going to be ashamed to say this. Like, he was brought up from Sicily, Mussolini's time. When he came here, he was a different, good family man, loved his family, but he had another side to him.
Right.
And he would pick up his hands, my mother or whatever, or if he picked up a knife back in the late 60s or early 70s, and I'd grab him. I grabbed his hand to stop him, but I would never lift my hands to him.
Absolutely.
That's what you're trying to say. So it's how you did it and the way you show the love in the right way. And that's a beautiful thing. Now, let me ask you this. There had to be a point where you had to say to yourself that you had to be one way or the other, accepting not accepting the situation you were put into, directions you wanted to go in. How did you, because that's a lot of weight to carry on someone's shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever have the FBI and the cops all coming to the house and
That
bothering
never
you?
happened.
You never had that?
That never happened. We were very protected.
So you were
in that
spared
way.
with that? That you didn't
We
have
were
it.
spared in that.
And he was a very quiet man, your father, in his own
He never
right.
spoke on the phone in 45 years.
He was
Except when he went to jail.
the man that I knew growing up from reading and listening, because you know I had an interest in that too growing up. He was one of the most quiet guys, and nonsensical.
Right.
Like he's the way he is the way he is.
That's it. He either wrote on a piece of paper.
He tell you something, he meant it.
That's it.
If he was going to back you up, he meant it. If he says you weren't a nice person, he meant it. And am I the right perception of you?
Sure.
Okay.
He could tell on a handshake who he was dealing with.
There you go. And he probably could tell in a handshake what kind of man he was dealing
Absolutely.
with. Right? Yeah. So you probably have some of the gift that he had in him.
Intuition
that he had.
Yeah.
Because you could look in his eyes and see he had an intuition of his own type. You know?
Well, that's what connected me to him. I had to somehow connect to him in order to learn to forgive the situation, and I wanted to see the good in him.
Yes.
So I started to put myself in his shoes and wonder what it would be like to
and
be
I'm
him.
sure, first it was Vito, right? Your father's name? I'm sure Vito, the chin, but I'm sure Vito.
No, Vincent's his name.
Vincent. I'm sure Vincent, that's right, Vincent. I'm sure Vincent did a lot of good for a lot of people.
Oh,
did a lot of good
tremendous,
things.
yeah.
From what I understand, reading about a lot of things about him. Now, let me ask you another question. Did you go? Did you pursue school? Did you go through high school?
Went through high school, got a degree in. I went to college.
You did go to college. Where'd you go to college?
I went to William Patterson University.
Okay, all right. And what did you pursue? What did you do?
Well, I had a degree in exercise physiology.
Nice.
And I realized that the degree was leading me to the ability to work with people's bodies.
Rita, we just got something very big, not to interrupt you.
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just been notified by the news media that the second brother, the Islamist terrorist, has been caught. Can we have a round of applause? Huh? I don't know. I don't know if he's alive or dead, but I believe he's probably alive. They caught him. But Rita, pardon me for interrupting.
No, it's fine.
But this was such a big thing for us that we're all glad that he's been caught, and hopefully we could unravel how they went about it and did it, and we could prevent this from happening again. And maybe we could even help rehabilitate. I know nobody wants to hear this, and I probably wouldn't want to hear it too if I was one of the parents, but maybe you actually could rehabilitate the guy, and if not, at least he's in jail for the rest of his life, if they don't give him the death penalty. Okay, but getting right back to the story now, Rita. So with you and your family, your brothers and sisters, how did the brothers and sisters deal with it?
Well, they knew about it way before me.
Did the brothers stay out of it, or were they inclined to try to get involved?
No.
Dad wouldn't have them
never
involved?
allow it. Never.
Wow, so Daddy was a very strict father that way.
Yep.
Did he have dinner with you on Sunday?
Definitely.
He did. He did the macaroni Sunday?
Everything.
I love it. Same as my dad.
Every Sunday.
Did you eat the salad before or with the meal?
You know, we didn't really eat salad. It was
Did you call it gravy or sauce, Rita?
Gravy.
Whoa, wait a minute. We called it sauce, Rita.
Gravy on Sunday.
Rita, we got a problem. We got to have a sit down.
Gravy on Sunday.
Oh, man, that's so funny. So, but like, they kind of stayed out of it. Dad didn't want anything to do with them, to involve with the family.
Absolutely.
Wow, he
Absolutely.
was a good guy, your father. Sharp guy. Now, was he born here?
Born here.
And his parents, wait, I was looking in the book, and I love some of the old pictures of your grandparents.
Yeah.
I love that. I have a pictures I showed on my show of my families that look like this.
Yeah.
We have a whole family look like the McCoys and the Hatfields with the guns from Sicily, and they looked exactly like Grandpa. So this is your great-grandpa Pasquale, right?
That was my
Grandpa Pasquale.
Yep.
And then we have Grandma Yolanda and Grandma Rose.
Yeah.
So can we get a shot of this, of her grandparents? I want to just take a look at her book. I love these old pictures from back in the day. Now, what part of Italy were they from, your family?
Naples.
Napolitan.
Small town called Santa Lucia.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of it. And there we got a picture of some of the grandparents. And I just want to get this one more. I'm sorry? I want to get this one more, if you don't mind, of her dad. And then I want to do one more of Rita herself. But can we get a really good close-up shot of her father, Vincent Gigante, and such beautiful shots. Him sleeping, relaxing, him boxing. Are we catching this? We got it. So I want everyone to take a look at that. It's fascinating. This is American history in the making. You're looking at it. All right? And one last shot of the lovely Rita in all 4 pictures. Oh, this is precious. You know, he looks a little like Chaz Palminteri when he was younger, but handsomer than Chaz.
Yeah.
I knew Chaz because I stole his girlfriend from her and married her. That was my first wife. But anyway, can take a look at this one with Rita with her dad and all 4 of these shots with her father, Vincent Gigante. We got that, Brian? Okay, great. So, wow. Oh, you got a German Shepherd?
Yeah, Spike.
Spike, wow. That's my favorite. Those and Stobman's my #1 favorite dogs. How long did he live, Spike? Was he alive a long time?
Yeah, he lived till he was about 13, and we had another Shepherd, Jigs, and they had 16 puppies.
Really?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And we gave them all away.
Well, okay, so now we have a little background of your family. Now, Dad, how long? Dad passed away a few years back, right?
7 years.
7 years ago, and I know he passed away. Was it in prison? He passed away?
Yeah.
What was it from? Was it heart failure? Was it?
His lungs filled up. It was
lungs-
congestive heart failure.
How long? How old was Daddy?
77.
Well, he had a pretty good run, Daddy. I mean, we wish you could have lasted longer, but I mean, you know, considering Rita, the things that the lifestyle and the way things were going, I mean, he died naturally, which is amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. Now, we died peacefully. Was anybody with him at the time?
Nobody was with him. He was in.
He was inside.
He was in his room, and
was it sudden or was it gradual?
no, they found him. It was during the night.
Oh, so he went peacefully. Now, obviously, he went at nighttime.
Yeah.
God bless him. God bless him. Now, not that I want to move away from Dad because he's such an interesting man and character, but I want to know more about you.
Sure.
Okay. Now, I understand you wrote this book, which is phenomenal. How long ago did you write this?
It's out since September.
September. How's it doing?
It's doing well.
Doing well?
Yeah.
Good. I'm going to read it. I got the book yesterday. Mr. Michael Batari personally hand-delivered this to me in Manhattan yesterday. We met together, not in the middle of the night at 2 in the morning. We actually met at a decent hour, Rita, and Mike gave it to me. But I am going to read the book, and I will give you my feedback.
I appreciate that.
My pleasure. You kidding? Okay, but I want to know more about that. I understand that you have something special coming up.
Yes.
We have a news flash. I want to give it to my control room. Can we have the news flash on the screen about the announcement that we're going to have Rita's going to make right now? Could we get that up on the news flash? All right, we ready? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a special announcement right now. It's on the screen. Rita is going to announce something that she's going to be doing with her Mr. Michael Batari. So, Michael, would you be kind enough to tell us what you both are going to endeavor on?
Well, first, I'll let Rita make that announcement.
Okay, then let's have Rita make it.
Part of the puzzle.
Yeah, we're working on a one-woman show off Broadway. And thank you. So we're in the beginning processes, but it's coming along quite nicely at this point.
Beautiful. And this will be a one? You're going to be talking about, it's like a,
yeah, it's
Chas Palminteri did the Bronx Tale on stage by himself.
Right, but there may be a couple more people involved. We haven't totally decided
Rita,
that.
if there's anybody.
I see
Rita,
that.
if you need a brother, someone to play,
I see that.
I'm ready for you, okay? I got my acting card already, too.
Perfect.
Thinking about like a...
Yes.
Wait a minute, is your uncle the priest that was on Mulberry Street in that church for many years?
Yeah, Uncle Lou, yeah.
I knew you know, Rita, as foolish as I am, because Rita, I'm going there since the early 70s, hanging out there as a kid. I mean, I was in the park where Joe Colombo was there. I mean, I was around the city all the time since I'm a youngster, 15, 16. I knew your uncle over there. I think I even spoke with him once. Is he still with us, or did he pass on? Or,
He's still here.
He's still around there.
Yep.
How old is he now?
He was younger than my dad. I'm not really sure, but I'm guessing he's somewhere around 80.
Around 80? God, and he's still a priest, right?
No, not anymore. He left.
He left. What? So now tell me now more about the show. How did you come up with this idea? Mike, both of you?
Well, it's... I got a hold of Lauren Oakway.
How did you two meet? How did you both?
We met through a mutual friend.
Can I ask? Is it okay to ask?
at the when Rita had her press conference. when
Okay.
it
Press
came
release,
out,
right.
Press release.
Where was that held? Where was the press release
That
held?
was at the Cutting Room, New York City.
Oh, Manhattan, okay.
And a friend of mine, Tony, introduced me to Rita, and he said, Rita has the book,
Right.
and see if there's something you can do. So what I did with Tony, through the show, brought him to the shows.
Okay.
So comes Rita. So I wanted to introduce Rita to Lauren.
And she's very cohesive. You meet her, you just got to love the person.
Ah,
She's
I
one.
mean, she's a
Thank you.
warm-hearted person, sharp, but a nice person, deep.
And I brought Rita to meet Lauren Oatway at Theater 80.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, when we got to the theater, everything started
To chive.
It was just
Yeah.
like
There was a melding going on.
there was something going on magical. And at the theater, at Theater 80, there's the Mob Museum next door.
Yes.
And so they were talking about maybe
possibility.
one of the Chin's robe
Okay.
on a loan, give it to,
Will they?
well, that's up to Rita.
we're
She has
discussing.
some say about it. I mean, you know.
Sure.
It's a father's robe.
But
I got to ask him first.
That's right. Absolutely. Get his blessing. It's true.
when Rita writes it, the screenplay, the Broadway, the docu-play,
The adopted, yeah.
we have the theater where it's going to be.
Could you tell us what theater you might be doing that in?
We're going to do it in Theater 80,
Uh-huh.
Lauren Oatway's theater. And next to the theater is the Mob Museum, so we think it's a perfect venue for Rita to do her one-woman
So
show.
how far away, approximately, would you say the public we are away from this? Maybe a year?
Well,
Probably.
Something like that?
Yeah,
All right?
probably.
So we got to look forward to that?
Sure.
Chrissy, you want to ask any questions?
Oh yes, actually, I wanted to ask you a question earlier. First, I love the cover of your book. It's
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you.
I love your picture in there with your father. It looks great. You said that you found out everything at 16, and this is a school age 16. You're growing up. It must have been hard. You were talking earlier about rumors going around.
Yeah.
How did you deal with all of that?
Well, I normally I just ignored the rumors, but I was having a really bad day. And there was one too many rumors at that
Pushed you a little
moment.
too far?
They pushed me a little too far. You'll read in the book. So I dealt with that in my own way. And then finally, I went to somebody that I was hoping would give me the answers, and they did. But you know, it was something that I needed to know because there was too many unknowns in my life, and that was creating a lot of anxiety and depression, and I grew up with that, and I was tired of feeling that way.
So you changed your life.
Yeah,
With the help
only
of
me
God.
could do it, right?
That's the one you
I
got
could
to...
only do it myself. Nobody was going to
That's
help
right. No
me.
one's going to do it unless you want to help yourself.
That's it. And then I wanted to help people.
Well, you can't start with that until you work with yourself.
Exactly.
And then you could go from there.
Well, that's why, you know, I was pregnant for 2 years with that book, and I gave
Good.
birth, and now
Good for you. Good for you.
I'm able to help as many people.
Well, I mean, I love it. And you're a healer. You're
I'm
a
a
healer,
healer,
right?
yes.
Now, just to finish up on this topic, and I want to ask Mike a couple questions. When you do the healing thing,
Yeah.
like, where's your frame of mind? How does that happen? I mean,
Well, I go into meditation before I'm working with somebody. So I'm very deep in the space. I'm connected to God, spirit, you know, some people like to call it the one being.
you've had visions.
I've had visions, yeah. I work very deeply with the Blessed Mother, Jesus, and the archangels. And so once I'm in the space, I'm able to read somebody's energy in their body. I can see where there's blockages. And then I go in and what I am is really the vehicle for God. Like,
Do you think we're in their dimension is near us or far from us?
no, we're in
Or
it.
around us?
We're in it. There's no, like, when
They're
people
in
go,
and around us.
When people go, thank God, and they look up, I go, no, God's here.
Right.
God's right here. You
Right.
don't have to go anywhere for God.
Right.
He's right, you know, he, she, right
That's
there.
true. You're right. You're right.
And so-
I know where you're coming from because I understand you.
Yeah.
Mike, tell us a little about what you've been up to and what you've been doing. And you're going to be one of the producers of Mr. Gigante's show?
Yeah.
Okay. Now tell us what you've been up to. I know you were an actor on a personal level, and you got a whole history of things behind you. What have you been up to lately?
We're still shooting, and it's been a long time. The Nature of Honor. It's
The Nature
still
of Honor, right. I know.
So
I know.
it's starting to feel like it's War and Peace, The Nature of Honor. So,
Okay, I understand. With shooting, I understand how that goes
so
with film.
that's, yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now, besides, you know.
Well, you look fantastic. You must be in the sun. Would you come back from California? You son of a gun, you?
I try to eat healthy.
I see that. You look fantastic. Well, I see you brought another guest along,
Yes, I did.
someone that's very, very well known to our show, and someone that we love having back again. Could we have a round of applause for a warm-hearted applause for my Uncle Pete? Uncle Pete, feel you. Now, are you mic'd, or do we have to hand you a microphone, Uncle Pete?
I don't have.
Is he mic'd up, Brian?
Do we need a mic?
No, Jimmy, hand him that mic. Jimmy, hand him that microphone. Yeah, hand it. Uncle Pete, you don't have to talk very loud because that's very powerful. Nice and piano.
Well, I was going to say that thank God I'm back again.
You can be a little closer.
Show, you know, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Because I never thought I'd ever get back here. But my friend Michael, he told me about this show. He said, why don't you come over? And I said, well, who's going to be there? And as soon as he said Rita Gigante, I said, well, then I got to go because there's got to be somebody, you know, just showing that the mob is still alive. And that's why I'm here.
Well, we're glad you're here, Uncle Pete. And listen, Uncle Pete, I want you to do me a favor when you're here. Would you introduce the next guest for us?
Introduce the next.
I'm going to tell you who and you do the introducing.
Okay.
I want you to introduce the amazing, the great Valenzi. Could you do that for me?
The amazing and the great Valente.
No, yeah, Valenzi. There we go. Let's hear it for the great Valenzi, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's hope he doesn't pull my wife out of the box.
Jimmy, take that from... Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Valenzi. Mr. Valenzi, great to see you. I'm ready to be mesmerized with the great Valenzi. The great Valenzi has been in our show once before, and he mesmerized my studio audience and my TV audience worldwide, nationwide. So we're glad to have him back again. And Mr. Valenzi, the studio is yours.
You guys ready to do it?
Everybody hold your wallets. Keep your wallets.
Oh. Hey, all right.
Whoa. Oh, my.
Still going.
How come you can't do that, Jimmy?
I don't know. It's easy. I don't know what he's doing there.
He's going to make his wrist.
Thank you. What's up with this thing?
What the? Valenzi, what are we doing here?
What's happening around here? Oh, look at this thing. Come on, guys.
Oh!
I think I'm going to walk into the audience.
Oh, wow. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the great, amazing Valenzi is going to go into the audience.
Good joke.
Oh, yeah, this nice lady right here. Would you be my helper, please?
On Facebook.
Okay, that's all right. We'll get her back here. Would you like to be my helper?
I mentioned it.
Very good. You can stay right in your seat.
Oh, where
You
did
guys know what these are called? Anybody know? Well, no, that's a nose. Come on. They're called fuzzy wuzzies. That's
just
fuzzy,
Rita
that's
Gigante.
fuzzy. Which one do you prefer, fuzzy or wuzzy?
Yeah.
That's fuzzy. Hold fuzzy for 1 second. I'm going to take wuzzy, guys. I'm going to place wuzzy in my hand, and my helper's going to hold fuzzy in your hand. Squeeze tight now. Don't open your hand. Jumps right out. What's in this hand?
Wuzzy.
You sure it wasn't fuzzy?
No.
What is it? Which one was it? It's fuzzy? So what does she have?
Wuzzy.
She's got fuzzy?
Yeah.
You sure it's not the other way around?
No.
Actually, check it out. She has them both. Oh! Come on, guys. Let's get my mom over here. Hold on 1 second. I just got here. Wait. What? Hold it out on me, huh? This guy's been making some big money lately. Thank you, guys. Hope you enjoy it. What we're going to do right now for my big finale, right now I'm going to ask for the assistance of 2 adult male volunteers from the audience, because I will be attempting something spectacular right here in front of your very eyes. First, let me get all of this gizmo off.
What do you need?
We're gonna get a couple of volunteers.
Let's get JoJo.
How about, let me see what we got. Wait. Hey, this fella here with the beret. And another guy. Who's feeling
Joe, get
warm
Joe.
today?
Joe.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. Come on. What we're gonna do right now, fellas?
He's coming.
We're gonna be bringing out my bag of mini tricks here. That's right. And inside the bag of many tricks we have a regulation straitjacket.
Whoa, a straight jacket.
And also we have 25 feet of heavy-duty tractor towing chain. Wow. And a padlock. And also we have some medical straps. By the way, that's the key right there. We're gonna place it over there. Hopefully we won't need it, but just in case. So we won't have to use the chainsaw like they did the other day. You know what I'm saying? There you go. I'm gonna place that over there. I'm gonna place it over here. You guys ready to do this?
Let's do it. Let's hear it, everybody. Come on, let's hear it.
Also, let's give it up for Boston. Come on, guys, Boston. Thank you. All right, fellas, just stand behind me. We're gonna start on the top and work our way down.
Turn around, guys.
You got it? Start on the top, work your way down.
Cameras, guys.
Get as tight as you can. Don't worry if it's a little loose. The chains will be tightening it up.
You do that.
Joe, watch his pride.
Get the low one.
No, listen, very carefully. When you, no, listen to me. When you get to the bottom one there, stop. I feel a little funny, you guys now, you know what I'm saying? All right, just get someone from the, this nice lady, would you care to be my helper, please? We got a volunteer right here. There you go, looking good today. Can you do it right, just stand behind me? And you see this thing dangling down there, that strap there? That guy goes through there, up the back, you got it? Go ahead, grab it, don't be shy. No, that one is, whoa! Gently but firmly, all right? And it goes through the back there, put it in there. Put it right through there. We're gonna go tighter now, tighter, I can handle, okay, tighten up. If I wanted singing lessons, I would have signed up, you know what I'm saying?
Sopranos.
That's right, thank you. Whoa. Thank you. Big round of applause, my lovely volunteer. Fellas, this turn, the twist and meets in the back. Get it as tight as you can. Get it, pull it really tight now. Pull it tight.
You can keep busy.
Go ahead, guys. Pull. Tighter. Don't be shy.
You got the right guys.
Go ahead, tighter.
Don't hurt him.
Joe.
That's all right, I'm used to it.
You're lucky he doesn't have the knife he used on Brad Pitt.
All right, there you go. All right, so 25 feet of heavy-duty tractor tow chain. Sorry we can't grab that end. Stand behind me. Actually, drop that one down for now. Stand behind me, over my right shoulder, just a little. Hold that there. That end comes up around, right across. Right across there. Keep it tight. Keep it tight at all times. Make sure it doesn't slip. Keep it tight over top. Very good. That's it. Hold on. Hold on. Keep it tight. It's slipping already. Pull it tight. Over top. There you go. Now you're talking.
All right, now we're cooking.
Now you're cooking.
A lot of spinning.
I'm starting to get dizzy.
Me too.
Hold on. Wait.
Brian.
Do it.
Insurance, Brian.
Lock her up.
Come out here and check to make sure this is done right. Ladies
Lock
and
her
gentlemen,
up.
the floor manager.
Hold on, make sure it's
Brian.
locked.
Let's have a round of applause for Brian. Let's go.
Hold on. Make sure it's locked. Right now, it's falling now. Look. Look, it's falling on the bottom.
Make sure that Brian is legitimate.
Lock her up.
Don't lose the key.
Don't lose the key. Like you said, you have to use the chain. Pull on it.
Ladies and
Make
gentlemen,
sure, no, pull on the lock.
Excuse me.
Make sure it's locked.
We got to make sure that this is honest and true. Brian is going to make the decision.
30 feet of nylon medical straps. Where you want? Same way. Start over the right and just swing it around. Feed it around. Over top. No, keep them connected. Keep them connected.
Why you disconnected?
No, it's so good.
Oh, they weren't.
So good.
All right, we got it.
There you go. So good. Keep it tight. Pull it. Pull it.
Drop
Come
it
on,
to
guys.
swing
Come on.
now, right?
Pull. Over
Drop
top.
it, swing it forward.
Over top. The
See
shoulder.
how good he swims.
Keep it tight, guys. Keep it tight.
There you go.
Woo!
It's a lot of work, man.
Tired already. I haven't done anything yet.
I'm going to clip it right over the top.
Brian, is this on the up and up?
So pull it. What
Can we
is
get a
your
time check?
John, can I call you John?
Yeah, you can
John,
call me.
pull it.
Time
Pull the
check.
straps, so it's tight now. There you go. This one here, right here. Pull that blue one there towards you. Pull it tight. Or what else? It's not even connected. What are you talking about?
Where'd you get that out of? Where'd you get that out of a car?
Connect that from. No, disconnected.
There's no buckle to go in.
Where's the first one? Right here. The first one, right here.
Oh, you're killing me.
I wouldn't want that.
I'm killing you. How do you think I feel? We're on TV here.
Hi guys, are we almost there?
No, it won't work. You gotta click it. Where's the first one? Right here. Right there. And where's the last one? There you go. I can't see it. I'm on it. Come on, guys. Help me out.
Come on, guys, find it. We're running out of time.
I gotta get roll with it.
Find the darn thing. It's disconnected.
Don't worry about it. Undo it. No, because it just fall off.
Think you can swim?
Undo it again.
No, just find it.
Drop him in the swimming pool. I want to see him get out.
I don't see a
I can't
female.
see it.
Do we flood the studio
No,
now?
it's just gonna fall off, man.
You're going in the
Flip it on
swim.
something at least.
You
I
go.
feel something down here on my left right there. What's that down there?
Don't forget, put him in the swimming pool.
What's the match? What's the match?
Drop
He won't need the cement. He won't make it up.
No, come on. Undo it.
Oh, you guys hooked it together. I see it.
Undo it.
Come on.
Guys,
Sorry, guys.
you hooked it together, guys.
Find these two.
You put two of them in one spot.
Come on. How hard can it be?
Hold that
Call
ring
the
early,
coordinates.
All right, come on. We're going to do this right
Call
this
the
time.
coordinates.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I want to make sure that he can't get out of this.
Don't, there you go.
What?
Start from all right, here we
I know. No, he's gonna. No, just he's gonna say. Oh yeah.
Now, you tell me where the clip is at.
They should be connected, all three. Don't take them apart.
No?
Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Start on one and work your way around.
These are the two ends. They were both the same end.
All right, start on that end.
All right, we're going to start again.
Hold it tight right there. Bring it around. Bring it around.
Bring it around.
Guys, we have to hurry. We're running out of time.
Come
Come on, here, grab this thing.
We believe
Tight,
you.
tight.
Yeah.
Come on.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Over top, over top.
Over the top, he said. There we go.
There we go. All right. Now keep your eyes on the first one. I don't know where it went.
All right, I got it.
You got it now. Oh! Persistence pays off. Woo! No, wait a minute. What is
How
this?
many minutes?
I don't work this
It's
hard.
right here, the first one. This is like a comedy movie.
Are you kidding me? He's still.
But you know what? Because you had them backwards. Just tie them together.
All right, guys,
What happened?
let's do it. We gotta roll.
I know it.
All right,
That's
sorry.
That's what happens.
Hey.
Tie it up. Tie it up.
All right,
Tie it
yeah,
up.
I'm done. I have my 15 minutes.
That's right. Guys, big round of applause for my volunteer.
All right. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to try to get out.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to try to get out a lot quicker than it was to put me in it.
Thank you.
I need somebody who's honest and reliable with a second hand on their watch or
All right, we're going home.
cell phone or something or another. Anybody? Let's get one of the ladies up here.
Right here.
Where?
Oh, yeah.
What do you want? Yeah, where? All right, you don't look like a lady, but you work. You'll do fine. You're honest and reliable. When you say go over here, try to get out in less than 2 minutes. I want you to yell out every 15 seconds. When I get down to the last 10 minutes, bring it down. 10, 9, 8, and so on.
2 minutes?
Yep.
Go.
All right, go. Go. How long's it been so far? I'm just curious. Okay. 20 seconds.
Quiet.
35 seconds. $45 seconds. One minute.
Oh, come on. Come on, everybody. Stand up. Let's go. Come on, let's stand up. Come on, everybody up. Come on. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right in front of your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Could you get better? Ladies and gentlemen, the amazing Valenzi. Come on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, unbelievable. I don't know what to to say, Jimmy, did you? We had.
It's unreal, unreal.
Mike, would you
4
believe
minutes.
this, Rita?
Unbelievable.
I mean, you had to see it to believe it, James.
I wouldn't have
Uncle
believed
Leo,
it if I
wake
didn't
up!
see
Did
it.
you see it? Uncle Pete, feel you.
I
Do you
never
believe
saw
this or
anybody
what?
do that in person.
Unbelievable. Ephraim, what do you think?
It's amazing.
Amazing, right? Okay, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have to move on because we're running out of time. How much time do we have left, guys?
4 minutes.
Okay, what we have to do now is, two things I want to do before we leave the show tonight. I want to make a quick introduction, quickly, for Rita's book, Rita Gigante. Rita, would you tell us how we can get the book if we want to get the book?
Yeah, you can get it on Barnes & Noble, Amazon. You can go on my website, ritagigante.com, or get me on Facebook, Rita Gigante Author.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, everyone, we know that. And I'd also like to introduce you to an actor by the name of Ephraim Hanna. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ephraim Hanna. Now, we're going to find out, Ephraim, we know you're an actor. We've been doing acting. We're going to have him on our show again. We ran out of time because we went so long with this. But, Ephraim, we're going to have you back on our show. On the next show in May. Would that be okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and Ephraim is an ongoing, upcoming actor. He's been doing a lot of different projects, and it'll be my pleasure to have you back. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we'd like to close the show out. We have about 2 minutes left. We'd like to close the show out with another song by Mr. James Young. So can we get that song ready inside the control room, please? And we'd like to end off the show with Mr. James Young singing. James, what do you be singing for us?
I'm going to be singing a song called Gonna Live Till I Die.
Whoa! Which most of us, we hope, will do, right? Okay.
If you remember the movie about the Rat Pack with Ray Liotta,
absolutely.
He actually sang this song in the beginning of that movie.
Oh, Ray did?
Ray Liotta
I
did.
worked with Ray Liotta on set. He's a great guy.
Nice.
A very nice guy. Are we ready, Mr. Brian?
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's let it roll. Mr. James Young, everybody.
A 1, 2, 3, 4.
5.
The magic 7.
How we doing with that, Brian? Okay, we're working on that? Okay, well, we're going to be doing that. What was that movie made with him, James, with Ray Liotta?
1998.
1998?
That's correct.
Did anybody see that movie that he's talking about? That was a good movie. Here we go.
I think the music started late. I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry. I'm gonna take the town and turn it upside down. I'm gonna live until I die. They're gonna say, what a guy. I'll make a play for the sky. Ain't gonna miss a thing. I'm gonna have my fling. I'm gonna live until I die. The blues I'll lay low. I'll make them stay low. They'll never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel. But until then, hallelujah, gonna dance, gonna fly. I'll take my chance, riding high. Before my number's up, I'm gonna fill my cup. I'm gonna live until I die. The blues I'll lay low, I'll make them stay low. They'll never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel. But until then, hallelujah, gonna dance, gonna fly. I'll take a chance, riding high. Before my number's up, I'm gonna fill my cup. I'm gonna live until I die. Thank you. Thank you so much, very much.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful, James. Thank you so much. Wow, beautiful. Well, let me say, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great night. I want to thank all my guests. Mr. Michael Batari, Rita Gigante, Ephraim. I want to thank Uncle Pete Filia, Mr. James Young, and Uncle Leo. You up? Uncle Leo's relaxing. Jimmy DeSoul of the Midnight Show, the magician of great Valenzi, amazing Valenzi. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, as I end all my shows, I want to tell everyone to spread the love.
Come on and clap your
Be
hands.
feeling good. Be good to people, and tell everyone that you love them. Never waste a moment, because you never know when your last moment is here on earth. So everyone, wave goodbye. Let's say goodbye for everybody. Come on. Goodbye from the Midnight Show, everyone. See you next time.